We're down here in the wreckers today, and this is, well, it was an S10, or Sonoma, I guess. So we're going to see if we can get some of the bits and pieces out of this truck for hours. So there really isn't much to get out of here, but we'll see what we can salvage. Alrighty, after a little while's worth of work, got ourselves a gray dashboard, spare column, and a set of seat tracks that aren't rotted through. There's still some decent stuff on this truck that we may come back and get. Alrighty, welcome back. So today we're going to try and get what's left of the cab apart. Ideally, I'd like to get the glass out of it too, but I'm not going to touch the windshield until I find out Monday if the people I deal with for windshields can get me a windshield for this truck, because there's a few issues I noticed with this one already. I mean, it is an original windshield from 1982, so I'm not too surprised. So a couple of things I mentioned. So you can see up here that the windshield's starting to delaminate. And it's doing the same thing over here. So that's kind of why I'm hoping I can get a brand new windshield for this truck. Okay, as mentioned, I want to get this dashboard out of here. I was hoping by leaving it for a few days with the windows open that might be enough to have driven out whatever was living in here. But unfortunately, I still hear buzzing over by the heater box, so I guess we're just going to have to deal with that. So our first task is going to be to get this cluster out of here. Now this is one of the few times you'll actually use a 5.5 millimeter, because there are 4 little tiny bolts here that are 5.5 millimeter, and they have to come out. Because this lens will come off, and then we can take the actual cluster out. So this lens is kind of unique to 1982 and 1983 model year Chevy S10s. So these have their own nickname. And what these are called, because they come up into a pair of points, are S10 boobies. And I wish I was joking, but that's actually what people refer to them as. And like I say, that's 82 and 83 only. So with that stuff removed, this part comes out of it. And then we can actually start removing some of the other portions here that hold some of the stuff in here. So you'll see that there's like a 10 mil nut there, and there's another one over here. So if we take those out, the actual cluster itself will come out. Okay, that's those removed. So I want to take a minute here and just kind of show you what actually physically holds the dashboard into the truck. So up top here, there's the bolt there, and there's one there, and you know, there's 4 across the top. There's a 10 millimeter up here, right there. That one has to come out. There's one in the center, right there, and another one over on that end. And that's what actually retains the dashboard into the truck. Go away, bee. Go on, bee, get out of here. I'm starting to think it's a honeybee hive because there's 2 or 3 honeybees flying around the cab of the truck right now. So I think they've made a nest inside either the dash or the heater box of the truck. Guess we'll have to figure out what to do with that. That's kind of a problem. I have a problem I don't really know how to handle, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. Jeez, get out of here, B. Go on, get. Okay, so those screws out. That is our dashboard. Now, for lack of a better loose anyway. The brake release is still going to be holding it, and there's still going to be a couple things in here that we have to deal with. Which are their own little nightmare. There we go. Okay. Kind of lay the dash down a bit. Okay. Now, that's what's left of the speedometer cable. There's a lot of mouse poop in here. I'll be the first person to tell you that. But I'm not really too particularly worried about that right now, believe it or not. I'm worried about getting the brake release cable out of here. Like that. There we go. Okay. So with that drop down, we now have more fun and exciting problems to deal with. Okay, so far so good. We haven't been stung yet. And we've got a fair bit of things disconnected now. I'm just going to continue disconnecting everything. Because there's a lot of stuff that needs to get disconnected. And unbolted, and undone, and unclipped, and etc. So basically what you do at this point is you're gonna try and get everything unplugged. Which is easier said than done, because there is a multitude of wires running every which way. Now I'm not going to reuse any of this wire harness, so I'm not going to mark any of this stuff. This will probably end up on one of the S10 groups, because I'm sure there's somebody out there that needs a good 82 wire harness. And I'm not one of them, so it's probably easier for me just to send the harness to somebody else who does need it, other than me hang on to it forever for no reason. I think what I'm going to do is actually undo the ducting in here and get that out. And we're going to cut some of these zip ties and stuff too. So with the wire harness dropped out of it, this is kind of what we're looking at here. Now I've already got the dash over here and what have you. Now it's a bugger to take these things apart, and it's really hard to show on video. Anyway, So the next thing we got to pull out of here is actually the pedal support. That's got to come out of there before we can take basically the center ducting and everything off of the heater box. So to remove it, we're actually going to take the brake booster off first, which you'll see there's one, two there. Hopefully you see there's the other one, and there's one up top here. So we got to get them out of there. And then we can take the rest of the bolts out of here. So these are 15 millimeters. And you're probably going to need some type of flexible because of where they are. And by the sounds of it, I think I've pinpointed that whatever's living in here is inside the heater box. Because I'm hearing buzzing again. And the only thing left in the cab is the heater box. So that'll be fun. Okay, there's one. Come over here and we'll do these two. We might go back to the junkyard and see if we can get the heater box and the brake booster off of the Sonoma that's in there. Because I have a feeling it's probably in better shape than what we're working with here. Alright, the last one's kind of tough to get to, but we'll see if we can just kind of get ourselves on it here. There we go. Okay. I don't know if you can hear that. Hopefully the camera will pick it up, but there's something over here that's very, very upset with me. And I honestly can't blame it. Nobody likes an eviction notice. Okay, so before you can pull the pedal off, you'll notice that nut right there covers that clip and everything. So you gotta pull all that off so you can pull off the arm that goes out to the brake booster. Okay, with that stuff removed, is our brake booster removed. You can see there's like a foam gasket here. We'll have to make something up for that. Okay, so with the booster removed, the only thing left that holds it is this one bolt. And then we'll have to take off the clip that's right there. Okay, I'll show you how I remove these clips now. It's probably not the right way, but it's the way I've had good success. So I give them a tug down like this. And now what I can do is get my side cutters in there. I can bring them like this. And just like that, it's off. Okay, so the part I haven't been looking forward to because I'm about 90% sure I'm going to get attacked by bees. Luckily, I'm not allergic to bees, so I get that going for me. Unfortunately, I just as soon would not be stung by bees, but I might not get a choice in this. Oh yeah. You hear that? They're all kinds of pissed off already. Okay, well, here goes nothing. Okay. Okay, moment of truth, I guess. Well, got a mouse nest. Didn't find a bee's nest yet. I'm sure that's coming too. Against all my best judgment, of course. Okay, what I'm going to do is, for my own safety, I'm going to go get a really long stick. As you can see, I think I've definitely got a bee's nest. Let's see if I have something with a hook on it that I can get at this from a distance. Oh, I missed a freaking bolt too. Now seems like the time not to try and get that bolt out of there. Unless maybe I have a longer extension. Oh, jeez. Alright. Let me get a long extension. Shit. Yeah. Okay, this is gonna suck. So I think that's the end of us working inside the cab of the truck for today. I think we're going to cut the back window out of it, and we're going to let it sit a few more days, and then we'll see what we can do about this mess. Okay, taking the back window out is really easy if you don't care about the window weather strip, which I have another one that's brand new, so I really don't care. What we're going to do is this. We're going to go around, we're going to cut this edge out. Because once we do that, there's nothing that's going to be holding the window in. after you go around a couple times like that, what's going to happen is your back window is basically just going to slide right out of here. So at this point, you're going to probably want to hang on to it. Okay. There's our window starting to get loose. It's one of those times where a good knife goes a long distance. Okay, and now just gonna take and here comes our window. Okay, so that's our dash out, or pedals, brake booster, back window. Nothing left really is the that mess. But like I said, we're gonna give them a day or two. And hopefully they decide that they don't want to be inside the cab of this truck anymore, because I really don't want to hurt honeybees. Carpenter bees, wasps, hornets, whatever, I don't care, I'll hurt them. But honeybees, I'd prefer not to. So we'll see what we can do here. And we'll go from there.